on scene. Azerbaijan links airline crash to external interference. Good evening to you and welcome. This is the news at 7 on Osrc television. My name is Oyewumi Ayinibara. Leaders at all levels have been encouraged to make positive contributions to society to foster growth and development. During the inaugural Akeredolu Leadership Lecture Series, guest speaker Femi Falana praised Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa for honoring the late Governor Akeredolu, recognizing the state as a beacon of political stability and security in Nigeria. The human rights activist said the federal government's recent approval of state police is a significant tribute to Akeredolu's legacy. Government House correspondent Wahab Bankole reports that Governor Aiyedatiwa reaffirmed his commitment to making Ondo State a model for growth and development while continuing Akeredolu's vision.
Lucky, Orimisan, Aiyedatiwa, do solemnly swear.
December 27 marks a significant date in Ondo State's political history as it witnessed a leadership transition following the passing of an incumbent governor. The inaugural Akeredolu Leadership Lecture Series, organized by Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, honored the late governor with the theme Security Sector Reform in Promoting Peace, Stability and Development, the Ondo State Example. The event took place at the International Culture and Event Center, the Dome in Akure, attended by top government functionaries, lawmakers, and the public to celebrate Akeredolu's legacy. Bashorun Sende Arugbofa, the chairman on the occasion, reflected on efforts to combat security challenges in Nigeria and emphasized the importance of leadership at all levels.
What our renowned activists may be going to discuss with you is a more serious leadership challenge. The role of leaders in times of emergencies and crisis. The time our former governor stood for. I appreciate our governor for organizing this lecture, being the first of its type. And I see it coming from someone with a large heart.
Guest speaker and a legal luminary, Femi Falana, praised the late governor, calling Ondo State a leader in political stability and security. He said the recent approval of state police by the federal government and 36 governors is a significant tribute to Akeredolu's memory.
It was the first governor to enact a law to legitimize the Amotekun security network. It is therefore not surprising that today, Ondo State remains the most peaceful state in Nigeria. While we thank the late Akechi, we also must acknowledge the efforts of the current governor of the state to keep up the struggle. Please keep up your good work. Your Excellency, the challenge before you is the continuity of Akechi's pro-people's policies. And I want to plead with you, don't run a government of contractors, run a government of the people. Let our people benefit maximally from your government.
Falana also stressed that without social security measures, physical security efforts would be ineffective. He also urged Governor Aiyedatiwa to promote cocoa farming to enhance economic security while advancing social welfare initiatives. In his remarks, Governor Aiyedatiwa committed to honoring Akeredolu's legacy, describing him as a dedicated leader who worked tirelessly for the state's growth and development.
His leadership was not only marked by integrity, transparency, and a deep understanding of the needs of our people. Governor Akeredolu also implemented various initiatives geared towards transforming Ondo State. We are proud to inform you that we have since sustained the tempo of progress as we follow this commitment conscientiously.
He reiterated his determination to complete ongoing projects initiated by his predecessor and make Ondo State a model for others.
While reflecting on my 1 year in office, I feel proud of the progress we have made in restoring the confidence of the people and in building upon the foundation laid by our late governor. We continue to work tirelessly to address the myriads of challenges facing our state, from infrastructural development to economic growth and social welfare.
Aiyedatiwa expressed gratitude to the people for their support and promised dedication to serving the state.
No doubt, the legacies and impacts of the former governor will remain enduring, as being sustained and promoted by Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa. From the International Culture and Event Center, the Dome in Akure, Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
Ondo State's Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has congratulated the DG of Akure, Obalade Toyinbo Alade Lucy, on the occasion of his birthday. Aiyedatiwa, in a congratulatory message signed by his Chief Press Secretary Ebenezer Adeniyo, commended the monarch for his contributions to the development of the state capital and the state in general. The governor appreciated the invaluable roles played by the monarch in sustaining peace in the state capital and his promotion of the rich cultural heritage of Akure people. Governor Aiyedatiwa acknowledged the support of the Council of Obas under the leadership of the DG for its administration in the last 1 year. And Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa says his administration will continue to partner with traditional rulers in the 18 council areas to bring more development to the grassroots. Governor Aiyedatiwa made a remark at the 5th coronation anniversary of the Olowo of Owo Kingdom, Oba Ajibade Ogunye, in our local government area of the state. Government House correspondent Zimo Mbm provides further details as a report is presented from our studios.
It was a mix of culture and history in Owo, as the Olowo Oba Ajibade Ogunye celebrated 5th coronation anniversary of his accession as the 32nd Olowo, while felicitating with the monarch, Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, who was represented by his deputy, Dr. Olayide Adelami, commended the Olowo for his dedication towards the development of the ancient town. Aiyedatiwa acknowledged the roles of traditional rulers to the development of their domains and assured of robust partnership to build socio-economic prospects of the state.
Kabiyesi, it feels like yesterday when the Lord fell on you to lead a people bounded by the umbilical cord of shared history, culture, and tradition. Undoubtedly, you have displayed real leadership, acumen in fostering peaceful coexistence among the people of Owo.
The governor said efforts of the traditional rulers cannot be overemphasized, calling on them not to relent efforts as government will do everything possible to bring the needed development to their various domains.
This is addition to your relentless roles in making the traditional institutions an invaluable one through proper guidance, candor, and discipline. As an opinion maker and a major stakeholder in the Ondo project, Your Majesty never wavered in standing by the truth. Kabiyesi, I appreciate your wisdom and firm support for the government of Ondo State.
The Olowo Oba Ajibade Ogunye expressed gratitude to God for the development of Owo since he ascended the throne. Oba Ogunye said he would continue to consolidate on the economic opportunities from cultural tourism potential and engage the youth meaningfully through agriculture and sports.
Together, we can continue to build a kingdom that is not only a beacon of culture, but also a model for progress and prosperity. Let me say, never we will not allow anybody pursuing personal ambition to sow any seed of discord in any part of our life, or through attempts to rewrite our history in pursuit of inordinate ambitions.
High point of the coronation ceremony include fundraising and conferment of chieftaincy titles on some eminent personalities.
You're still watching the Osrc News at 7. After the break, federal government pledges investigation into Sokoto airstrike. Please do rejoin us for this and more.
And we go. Oh boy, see this collab where they shoot there. Blue scatter. Guy, give me small new number now.
Romance without finance na annoyance. Better give me bullet.
Yeah, give me the number.
Oh yeah, jot the number down. 0805.
Where the complete number?
This one where so hot like the blind side go need juice, so just like juices.
Hey, oh yeah, give me last numbers.
My 5 password.
41 now you owe me.
Oh yeah, 7650.
What's you? What's you? Smiley, hello, all right.
What's you?
Guys, your first collab was on the trend, though. You know.
Find your first. Choose a social data bundle that suits your style. Dial *777#. Glow Unlimited.
Thank you very much for rejoining us. You can watch us live on our website www.osrc.ng or follow us on Facebook at Osrc TV, and on YouTube you can subscribe to our channel Osrc TV Ondo. On deregulation will improve innovation and increase market growth as businesses compete with each other in Nigeria. And this was the position of a guest lecturer, Mr. Banjo Ayinaki, at the lecture and award night of the Association of Independent Newspaper Publishers of Nigeria in Akure, the state capital. Our correspondent Zimo Ebieme reports that the distinguished Nigerians were honored at the event. The report is presented from our studios.
It was another night of recognizing excellence and hard work as Association of Independent Newspapers Publishers of Nigeria honored distinguished Nigerians. It was also an avenue to meet minds on a national topic issue. The focus was on unintended consequences of oil deregulation, the impact on Nigerians, and lessons for the financial sector. To do justice to the topic is Banjo Ayinaki, a former chairman of Nigerian Bar Association NBA Akure branch. He took his audience spellbound as he took them through memory lane.
What are the lessons for financial sector based on this policy? What lessons can the financial sector learn from these unintended consequences? As a critical pillar of the economy, the financial sector must adapt to mitigate the adverse effect of policies like deregulation while ensuring sustainable economic growth.
Chairman on the occasion and former chairman of Nigerian Medical Association, Professor Dayo Faduile, appreciated the publishers for bringing the issue of oil deregulation to the front burner. He also applauded them for their reward mechanism.
Today, if you have seen the effect of oil deregulation, that the government now is kicking back to action. The government now is able to face security head-on. The government now is able to pay, and we are improving in all ramifications in terms of economy. I think we must be thankful to Mr. President for taking that bold step when he came into office for us to have this oil deregulation.
President of the group, Olasheni Oyeshusi, called on government at all levels to redouble efforts in giving Nigerians, especially younger generation, an enabling environment to strive.
The intended consequences of oil regulation are far-reaching and multifaceted economic impacts, which include increased prices of petroleum products, which of course has led to higher cost of living, especially for low-income households. A lot of people have been impoverished due to the consequences and effects of this oil deregulation.
The event features presentation of awards to dignitaries who have distinguished themselves in their various fields of endeavors. The Man of the Year award went to the Director Corporate Affairs of Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC), Mr. Ifedayo Abegunde.
Ondo State Man of the Year, Honorable Ifedayo Abegunde, in recognition of your outstanding contribution to Ondo State, Nigeria, and selfless service to humanity, and for all the great things you have done for the people. Congratulations.
I'm being honored. Thank God for
The event also featured fundraising for the construction of Grove's office complex.
Members of the Redeemed Evangelical Mission TREM Akure gathered for a annual Thanksgiving service, marking a significant event in the church's calendar. The service, which was a time for reflection and gratitude, brought together believers from all walks of life. Blessing Obi has more on the story.
In a display of giving thanks to God, the Redeemed Evangelical Mission TREM held its annual Thanksgiving service. The service, which has become a cornerstone in the church's calendar, was a time of reflection, gratitude, and celebration. The guest minister, Reverend Gregory Okoro, delivered an inspiring message centered on the theme Rejoice, emphasizing the importance of rejoicing in both times of triumph and adversity.
It's even the time that things are rough that you lift up your hands unto Him. And I want to submit to you, because that time is actually the time that God is watching you. Because that is a place, that is the time you demonstrate your trust and believe in Him. He watches us at such times. Praise God. To know if it is true, the thing you say, or you speak concerning Him.
The celebration continued with a special Thanksgiving session as the congregation danced to express their gratitude to God. Members shared that the annual Thanksgiving service provides them with a meaningful opportunity to express their thanks to God.
The significance of today's annual Thanksgiving is that if you look at it from day one of this year to this present day, you will discover that a lot has happened. Particularly the way we started the year, and things have been tough and rough, but we thank God that God has kept us alive. It's not about how much you have in your bank account, neither is it about how much you have in your pocket, but it's about life, that you are alive and you are well.
The essence of Thanksgiving is to appreciate God for what He has done in the lives of every one of us, and particularly in the life of the Church of God. And for me, anywhere people gather to appreciate God, it's a thing of joy for me, and I'm always happy to join them to appreciate God.
It's just like heaven on earth. We saw the glory of God, we experienced the presence of God, and it was rejoicing all through. And that's one of the things that we have prayed and we have looked up, that the spirit of joy will fill our hearts, that we will not look at the present circumstances, but at the faithfulness of God, how He has helped us in the last 356 days. The church's annual Thanksgiving service served as both a spiritual renewal and a reminder of the profound significance of Thanksgiving in a believer's life. Blessing Obi, Osrc News.
Suspected gunmen have allegedly abducted an Anglican cleric, Reverend Canon Olowolagba, his wife, and 2 children along the Ishiakoko Ibo in Akoko Northeast local government area of the state. The incident, which has created panic in the minds of those living on the axis, happened last Sunday. The incident also left the priest's hometown, Ikarama Akoko, in the Akoko Northwest local government area of the state in a quandary, with residents praying for the safe return of the family. The Bishop of Akoko Anglican Diocese, Right Reverend Babajide Bada, confirmed the incident to reporters today. Reports say the kidnappers have contacted the family demanding 75 million naira ransom. However, the police public relations officer PPRO Fumilayo Dulami said she was yet to be briefed on the incident. Auto crash at Abulepan before Osrc Bridge on Owo-Ikare Highway in Ondo State has claimed 13 lives of commuters. The accident, which this morning involved 14 people, 13 of which were burnt beyond recognition, while only 1 was rescued alive with serious injuries. As a first-time eyewitness account indicated that a bus coming from Ikare access had a tire burst, which led to loss of control and a resultant head-on collision with the bus loaded with fabric coming from our axis. Immediately after the collision, the 2 buses were said to have caught fire. Men of Federal Road Safety Commission, police and fire service were swiftly at the crash scene for rescue. The injured victim was taken to Federal Medical Center, while the dead ones were deposited at the morgue of the same hospital. The military high command says it has destroyed logistics base of a terrorist group known as Lakurawa, the stubborn of Sekoto communities. It specifically clarified that the death of 10 villagers in Sekoto State were caused by the secondary explosion that arose when the airstrikes bombarded the logistics base of the group. The Director of Defense Media Operations, Edward Buba, maintained that the airstrikes conducted by the Nigerian Air Force hit the primary target. Buba said the ground forces confirmed the destruction of the terrorist key infrastructure and the neutralization of several combatants during the operation. Meanwhile, the federal government has announced it will conduct an investigation into that led to the death of 10 people in Gidan Biza and Runtuwa villages in the Salame local government area of Sekoto State. The Minister of State for Defense, Bello Metawali, who gave the assurance during a condolence visit to the state governor, Ahmed Aliyu in Sekoto, stated that justice would prevail. He reiterated the federal government's commitment to ensuring the safety of all Nigerians. Metawali expressed regret over the actions of terrorists who he said were disrupting the peace of Nigerians. He, however, assured that the federal government will confront them decisively. And on the foreign scene, Azerbaijan Airlines says initial findings show what it called external interference most likely damaged its aircraft that crashed in Kazakhstan. Several investigations are on the way into the cause of the disaster. Blessing Obi completes the story.
A day of mourning in Azerbaijan, with some of the 38 people killed when Azerbaijan airline flight 8432 crashed in Kasanshia, laid to rest. The aircraft came down after apparently suffering damage near the end of its journey from Azerbaijan to Grozny, the capital of Russia's Chechen Republic. It had traveled across Caspian Sea and made an emergency landing in Kasanshia. Experts are investigating what happened during the aircraft approach towards its destination in Grozny. 2 black boxes have been recovered. Asani authorities have opened a criminal case. The airline says its initial probe shows the plane suffered what it called physical and technical external interference. Survivors reported hearing up to 3 explosions.
The pilot saw that there was no place to land. That's why he took off again. After circling in the air, he tried to land again, but it didn't work. After that, he was forced to take off and head in another direction. When we were returning, a strange impact-like sound came from the outside.
The cause of that damage has been the focus of intense speculation, with some reports claiming Russian air defense system likely fired on the plane. The Kremlin says it won't comment on those reports until investigations conclude. Russia's aviation authority says airspace over Grozny was closed because of attacks by Ukrainian drones.
I
should note that the situation in the area of Grozny airport in those hours was quite difficult. Ukrainian combat drones were mounting terrorist attacks on civil infrastructure in the cities of Grozny and Vladikavkaz.
Several injured Assyrians and the bodies of those killed have been repatriated. As people in the country mourn one of its worst air disasters, they are also waiting for answers. Blessing Obi, Osrc News.
End-to-end Osrc News tonight. Here again are the major stories. We told you that Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has reaffirmed his administration's dedication to fostering growth and development within the state. The governor, in his remarks at the Akeredolu Leadership Lecture Series, reiterated his determination to complete an ongoing project initiated by his predecessor. The federal government has pledged to conduct a comprehensive investigation into the Sokoto air strikes that led to the death of civilians. The Minister of State for Defense, while giving the assurance, vowed that justice would prevail. And from the foreign scene, it will be brought to you that Azerbaijan Airline has raised the possibility of external interference as a factor in the recent plane crash in the country. And that's the news tonight. Thank you very much for watching. Good evening.